Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had someone walk away, betray you, or try to crush your spirit? And deep down they were waiting to see you break. They were expecting the tears, the begging, the endless messages. They thought they'd watch you fall apart, but instead you gave them nothing, just silence. And that silence cut deeper than any words ever could. Here's the truth. Silence is not weakness. Silence is not surrender. Silence is power. When you refuse to give them the reaction they were hunting for, you take away the very control they thought they had over you. You don't just protect yourself, you turn the tables. They expected a performance, but you gave them peace. And peace is something they cannot touch. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Your silence is proof that you've claimed that power. You've chosen control instead of chaos, dignity instead of desperation, and that decision shakes them to their core. Before we go further, I want you to declare this truth right now. Drop this affirmation in the comments. My silence is my power. Today, I'm going to give you 8 powerful truths, backed by the wisdom of the Stoics and the fire of self-empowerment, that will show you why silence doesn't just protect you, it elevates you. By the end, you'll understand how silence flips the script, commands respect, and forces them to face what they've lost. Number 1. Silence is your armor, not your weakness. When they expected tears, they expected to see you defenseless. But silence is armor. Every word you don't speak is a shield. Every reaction you don't give is protection. They can't twist your words if you never hand them over. They can't feed on your emotions if you give them nothing to consume. Epictetus told us, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." And silence is the ultimate reaction. Not anger, not chaos, not collapse, just calm. That calm unsettles them because it proves you don't need them to validate your worth. It forces them to face their actions without the comfort of your tears. Silence is not passive, it's strategic. It sends a message louder than shouting ever could. You cannot control me. Your quiet is a mirror, reflecting their behavior back onto them. While they expected to see you destroyed, they now have to sit with their guilt, their choices, and their loss, all in the echo of your silence. The next time someone tries to bait you into a reaction, do nothing. Breathe. Hold your silence. Watch how quickly the power shifts when you refuse to play the game. Number 2. Silence creates the void they fear most. Human beings fear emptiness more than anything. When you were present, when you answered every call, every message, every outburst, they felt secure. They thought they owned your time, your heart, your energy. But when you go silent, you rip that false security away. Suddenly, the attention they relied on is gone. The comfort they took for granted disappears, and that void begins to haunt them. Seneca once wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." And that's exactly what your silence does. It starves them of what they craved. Now they are poor in spirit, restless in thought, chasing a presence that is no longer theirs to reach. They thought your attention was endless, but now they realize it was a gift. And gifts, once withdrawn, leave a shadow that lingers long after. This is why silence terrifies them. Because silence cannot be argued with. It cannot be manipulated. It cannot be bent or twisted. Silence is absolute. It forces them to reflect on their mistakes without your voice softening the blow. And in that reflection, regret grows. Your absence doesn't just create space, it multiplies your value. What they ignored when it was in front of them becomes precious the moment it's out of reach. Scarcity reveals worth, and silence is the sharpest scarcity of all. Stop giving unlimited access to people who don't respect it. Guard your time and your voice as treasures. When you make yourself rare, your value rises automatically. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. My absence increases my value. Number 3, your silence proves you're not dependent. They thought you needed them. They thought you would break without their attention, their approval, their validation. But when you chose silence, you shattered that illusion. You showed them that your strength does not come from their presence. It comes from within you. And that truth terrifies them, because dependence is what gave them power. The moment you cut the cord, you took that power back. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Your silence is living proof of that wisdom. You are no longer controlled by their moods, their games, or their manipulations. You are no longer chained to the hope of their attention. Instead, you stand grounded, unshaken, and free. That freedom is what they never expected to see in you. When you stop chasing, when you stop explaining, when you stop begging, you create a new version of yourself, a version that thrives without their validation. That's what unsettles them most. Because deep down, they now see the truth. You were never the one who was weak. They were. They needed your constant attention to feel powerful. Without it, their confidence crumbles. Your silence proves that you are whole on your own. It proves that your happiness, your growth, and your future are not tied to them. And once they realize they don't control your emotions anymore, fear sets in, because nothing shakes a person more than realizing the person they thought needed them doesn't. Every time you feel the urge to break silence, redirect that energy into building yourself. Read, train, create, improve. Let your growth be the answer they'll never get from you directly. Number 4, your silence demands respect. Respect is not won through begging. It is not earned through endless explanations. It is built through dignity, restraint, and control. Your silence is not weakness. It is discipline, and discipline commands respect even from those who once underestimated you. They expected tears, they expected chaos, they expected you to fall apart. Instead, they got silence. That silence unsettles them because it speaks louder than any words ever could. Epictetus once said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." You decided that you would not be the one crawling back. You decided you would not be the one lowering your worth for someone who didn't see it. And then you acted. You stayed silent. You walked away with dignity. That is why respect follows you now, whether they admit it or not. In silence, you prove that you value yourself more than you value their validation. And when someone sees that you won't compromise your dignity for their attention, they're forced to look at you differently. Even if pride keeps them from saying it out loud, deep down, they respect you. Because people always respect what they cannot break. Every moment you remain silent, you draw a line they can't cross. Every second you refuse to chase, you remind them that you are not desperate, you are disciplined. And in this world, discipline is power. That's why they feel uneasy. That's why they feel small. Because while they thought they held control, your silence proved you've been in control the entire time. The next time you're tempted to break silence, ask yourself one question. Will this raise my value or lower it? If the answer lowers it, stay quiet. Let your dignity be your shield. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. My dignity makes me powerful. Number 5. Your silence shifts the power dynamic. Power has never belonged to the one who begs. Power has never belonged to the one who explains. Power belongs to the one who can walk away and never look back. When you stayed silent, you flipped the script. They thought they held control, but in one move, you reclaimed it. That's why your silence feels so heavy to them. It stripped away the illusion of their dominance. Seneca once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." By choosing silence, you proved mastery. You mastered your emotions, your impulses, your need to be heard. And in doing so, you became untouchable. They may try to act like they're unaffected, but the truth is, your silence makes them restless. Because the one who's not speaking holds the advantage. The one who can stay calm while the other spirals is the one in control. Think about it. They expected you to react. They expected anger, tears, desperation. They expected to feed on your emotions because that would reassure them that they still mattered. But when you gave them nothing, you removed their leverage. You made them powerless. And now, whether they admit it or not, they're left chasing an answer they'll never get. Your silence has forced them to realize that the balance has changed. They no longer control your emotions. They no longer dictate your choices. You do. And that is the most intimidating power of all. Because once you show that you don't need someone, you've already won. Whenever you feel that urge to respond, remind yourself, every reply hands them power, but every second of silence keeps that power in your hands. Stay still, stay disciplined, stay in command. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. I hold the power because I control myself. Number 6, your silence creates space for your healing. Your silence isn't just about them, it's about you. Every time you withhold a response, every time you choose peace over chaos, you are creating sacred space for your own healing. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." When you walk away from noise and enter silence, you cleanse your mind, you stop drowning in their drama, and start breathing in your own strength. Healing doesn't happen when you're chasing. Healing doesn't happen when you're explaining yourself to people who never cared to understand. Healing happens when you step back, detach, and focus inward. That silence becomes your medicine. It's the stillness where your broken parts knit themselves back together. It's where your confidence regrows. It's where your vision for the future becomes clear again. And here's the truth. They can't stand that. They can't stand the fact that while they expected you to be shattered, you are actually rebuilding stronger. They thought your silence meant suffering, but in reality, it became your sanctuary. Instead of bleeding energy into their hands, you started feeding energy into your own growth. That terrifies them because it shows them you're no longer dependent. You're evolving and they can't keep up. Use this silence wisely. Journal your thoughts, train your body, strengthen your discipline, sharpen your mind. Every day you invest in yourself. Instead of wasting energy on them, you are turning silence into a weapon of transformation. Create a daily ritual during your silence, something just for you. Whether it's morning meditation, evening workouts, or writing down your goals, make sure every day reflects your growth. Number 7, your silence forces them to reflect. Epictetus said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them." Your silence doesn't just create distance, it forces reflection. When you stop responding, they no longer have your words to argue against, your energy to absorb, or your presence to rely on. All they are left with is themselves, and that is their punishment. They may act strong in public, But behind closed doors, your silence haunts them. They replay the last conversations. They question their choices. They wonder why you didn't come running back like they expected. And every unanswered text, every ignored call becomes a reminder that you've stepped into power. Here's the irony. They once took you for granted, thinking you'd always be there. But now your silence shines a spotlight on their mistakes. It exposes the truth they tried to bury. They lost someone irreplaceable. They can't silence the voice in their own head telling them, "You pushed too far. You underestimated the one who gave you everything." And the more consistent you are with your silence, the louder that voice gets. Don't break it. Don't dilute it. Reflection only cuts deep when it's uninterrupted. Let them sit in their regret. Let them feel the emptiness they created. Because while they're stuck reflecting, you're moving forward. While they're reliving the past, you're building your future. That's why silence is power. It chains them to their mistakes, while it frees you to rise higher. The next time you're tempted to break your silence, remind yourself, reflection only works when I don't interfere. Give them the space to feel what they lost, while you invest in becoming stronger than ever. Now I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. My silence makes them face their mistakes. Number 8. Your silence shows you chose yourself. Marcus Aurelius declared, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." And in this moment, your silence is proof. You chose to be the person who values themselves first. You didn't chase. You didn't beg. You didn't explain. You chose you. And that decision is louder than anything you could have ever said. They expected tears, but instead, you gave them distance. They expected weakness, but instead, you gave them discipline. They expected you to need them, but instead, you proved you only ever needed yourself. That's why your silence terrifies them, because it is the sound of freedom. Choosing silence is not about ignoring them. It's about protecting you. It's about declaring, I will no longer water dead flowers. I will no longer pour into empty cups. I will no longer trade my peace for someone else's chaos. Your silence is not an absence. It's a boundary. It's the line that says, this is where I stop and where my self-respect begins. And here's the truth. Once you choose yourself, you never lose. Because even if they regret it, even if they try to come back, you've already shown you're willing to walk away for your own dignity. That makes you untouchable. That makes you unforgettable. That makes you powerful. So don't doubt your silence. Don't question your decision. Every second you stay committed to yourself, you rise higher. Every day you don't return, you remind both them and yourself, I am the prize. I am the standard. I am enough. Write down your new standards tonight. Make a vow that you will never again allow yourself to settle for half effort, half love, or half respect. Let your silence be the foundation of the life you're building, a life rooted in self-worth and unshakable strength. Here's the truth. Your silence has done what words never could. It's turned expectations into fear, assumptions into reflection, and weakness into undeniable power. They expected tears. They expected chaos. They expected you to crumble, but instead you stood firm. You chose yourself, and that choice echoes louder than anything they'll ever say. Remember what Marcus Aurelius taught us. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Your peace, your self-respect, your freedom, they are yours to command. No one can take them from you unless you allow it. And every moment you hold your silence, every time you resist the urge to explain, you reclaim more of your power, more of your life, and more of your dignity. Let this be your new standard. Let this be your way forward. You don't return to what diminishes you. You don't beg for attention or approval. You don't compromise your worth for anyone. Instead, you rise. You grow. You build a life so strong, so magnetic, and so unshakable that no one who underestimated you can ignore it. Your silence is not emptiness. It is strategy. It is reflection. It is growth. It is power. And the people who once thought they could control or break you are now forced to confront a truth they can't escape. You are untouchable, and your value cannot be replaced. So, here's your call to action. Embrace your silence. Protect your peace. Build your life. Let every moment of restraint, every choice to step back, and every act of self-love remind the world that you are not to be taken lightly. Your absence, your calm, your unwavering self-respect, they are louder than any words ever could be. Drop this affirmation in the comments right now and mean it. My silence is my power. My worth is undeniable, and I choose myself above all. If you're ready to step into this level of unshakable strength, hit that subscribe button and join this journey of empowerment. Your life is yours to command, and it starts with owning your silence.